Yo, did you see that snow? Did you see it? Yesterday was a crazy day. It was just crazy. Like, I can't count the number of cars that got stuck on the way. Even around where I live, a number of cars were just getting stuck in the snow. I haven't seen anything like that. But it's Canada. We move. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Efe Obaz. Thank you for stopping by, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much. If you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for the encouragement, for the support. I really appreciate it. So today I'm going to be telling you guys how I decided to come to Canada, or how we decided to come to Canada. That's my family and me. Everything started with an uncle of my husband mentioning it to him, and he was like, no, not interested, thank you. At the time, he had stuff going on for him in Nigeria, and he wasn't ready to up and move. But somebody like me, I was ready to up and move at any time. Anywhere outside of Nigeria was good for me. Anyway, I just wanted to leave, because if you're in Nigeria and you know all the things that happen, stuff. Anyway, so I guess my husband got to the point where I think he got to a breaking point. Nigeria just has a way of stretching you. It will just stretch you to the point where you're like, no, I can't do this anymore. It's time for me to move. So I guess my husband got to that point, and he tried to, start putting his application together, and that was how we found ourselves here. But all those applications, or all the application process, took a number of steps. One, I'm not an IRCC agent. I am not an immigration consultant. This is a disclaimer. So don't quote me anywhere. Please, don't do that. But I can tell you from my personal experience what I went through, and some of the steps that I can still remember that we did. We started with the IELTS. We wrote the exam, which is very important. So me not being the primary applicant, I guess they didn't need my score to be that high. I think my score was 777.5, yeah. But my husband, because him being the primary applicant, had to have the highest score. So he was the one that had to do all the eights and stuff. Went on me, and I was glad. Okay. So eventually when we were ready now, we started putting our applications together. We did the exams, the medicals came. We went to do medicals in Lagos. We didn't live in any of the major cities in Nigeria. We used to live in Benin, so we would have to travel. It was stressful, but at the same time it was nice for us. We used to turn it to like a family road trip. We go on the road trip to Lagos, see our family, there before we come back. I used to look forward to it, traveling like that. So that's how we started embracing the idea that, okay, it's a possibility we might end up leaving Nigeria. At this point, we hadn't told any of our family members yet. We just wanted to get things sorted out before mentioning it. So I think to the best of our ability, we did most of the things right. Yeah, and you should be very honest in your application. Try not to lie, because I don't know how these guys do it. They will always find you out. Do not lie. If you didn't take anything from this video, take that one. Don't lie on your application. Be as truthful as possible. So we were as truthful as possible to the best of our knowledge, and we submitted the application. But something I need to mention is that when you get the email that says invitation to submit your passport, please do not delay. Don't delay. Don't be like us, because when we got that email, my husband was very busy that period, so it was not one of those fun times that we could just hop in the vehicle and go straight to Lagos. We didn't have that luxury that period. He needed to sort out a lot of things at the time, so we ended up delaying for maybe like a week and some days before we eventually went. We went almost towards the deadline, which is not very advisable. I don't know. I feel like when they send you that email, the let I use the word immigration agent or the IRCC person is on your file. So maybe they can give you a window of 3 to 4 days to see if you get your passport in. But if you do not do that, I'm sure they will just move your file somewhere else and pick someone else. I believe they're just busy. They have a lot of things to do, a lot of applications to process. So if you waste time, you end up waiting longer than you would have waited. And that's what happened to us. So when we eventually submitted it, the long wait started. This wait, anybody that has done this permanent residency thing to Canada understands that what they call it, federal express entry. That wait time is one of the most killing things. You don't want to wait. So we ended up waiting and waiting and waiting. Weeks kept passing by. We're not hearing anything. So you get to the point where you start to doubt yourself. What did I do wrong? Did I not do this right? Did I do something wrong? And that may not necessarily be the case. You may not have done something wrong, but they're just busy processing other people's files because you were not ready when they requested for you to send your passport. So when it eventually came, the joy. I don't know if I've been, the number of things that happened in my life that I've been very excited about, but this one I was very excited. Like, I could not contain the joy. I don't even know. I think the thought of just leaving Nigeria at the time was just making me happy. Finally. I was happy that all our efforts were not in vain. I am not an advocate for using an agent. This thing is something that you can do yourself. In all sincerity, please try to do it yourself. And ask questions along the way. Find support groups. There are support groups for these things on maybe Reddit. There's some on Ireland. There are groups like this that would really help you because they helped me. You can get information that, all these agents will tell you that some of the agents don't even have. I'm sorry, not all. But you can get information like that for yourself. And some of the agents end up wasting time, taking more money than the whole process would have taken. The process, first of all, is expensive. Then when you now have to involve some kind of agent that probably doesn't know what he's doing, you end up wasting more time. You don't want that. Yeah, I still miss Nigeria. Like, there's some things that I would want to get or want to eat here that I may not be able to get it because most of the things you can't get them to cook it or to buy it. But we have African stores here that try to help us with things like that. Well, not all. Sometimes they don't have everything as fresh as you would love it. Some things are not fresh and nasty. That can set you off somehow. But another thing you must know is that even as much as you can get those things from the African stores are expensive. So you should be ready to spend some when you want to get what you want, what you really want. Don't complain. Don't be like me. I went that just down. I'm like, why are you selling this for this price when it's like this Nigeria? But then I remember, well, you're not in Nigeria at all. If you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you can just go. But I've learned to adapt to the weather. I've learned to adapt to food. I've learned to adapt to the culture. Some things here are very funny. Like, people say sorry a lot. Like, you can bump into someone and they would actually tell you sorry. It's not like, I just feel it just comes up naturally for them. They are so apologetic and they would always hold the door open for you. They're very polite. Canadians are very polite. That's one thing. But if there's something that I missed, please guys, let me know and I would let you guys know more.